Did you know there are tires from a German luxury manufacturer being sold for less than half the price right here in the US, and nobody's telling you about it? If you've ever bought the wrong tires, overpaid for a fancy brand name, or just stood there in the shop scratching your head trying to figure out what to get, trust me, you're leaving serious money on the table every single time you swap out all 4 tires on your vehicle. I'm going to show you 5 tire brands that most people completely ignore, but that are made by the exact same companies that produce the expensive tires you already know and trust. And at the end, you're going to learn 4 quick checks that separate a tire that's worth every penny from one that's going to give you nothing but headaches. If this kind of content makes sense to you, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. No sponsorships, no deals with manufacturers, no advertising. Every brand that shows up here went through the same 4 tests I'm going to teach you. Number 1. Laufenn. Most drivers have never heard of this brand. The name sounds foreign, the price looks too good to be true, and the guy at the tire shop always steers you toward a different shelf. But that gut reaction is costing you real money. Laufenn is the value brand from Hankook, the 7th largest tire manufacturer in the world, and the same group that supplies original equipment tires for BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Audi. Hankook launched Laufenn in 2014, following the exact same logic Toyota uses with Lexus, only in reverse. A second brand to sell at a lower price without putting the premium name on a more affordable product. Laufenn tires are developed at Hankook's technical center in Germany, and manufactured in the same plants as the brand's premium tires, with the same engineering, the same facilities, and a completely different price tag. The proof is in the direct comparison. A set of 4 Laufenn tires for a popular SUV like a Ford Explorer runs around $375. The equivalent Hankook in the same size can run over $575. That's a $200 difference for a tire that came from the same technical project, built in the same place, with a different name on the sidewall. Guys who know their stuff buy Laufenn and pocket the difference. In the US, you can find Laufenn at independent tire shops, on Amazon, and at Tire Rack. It carries DOT compliance and solid ratings for wet traction and fuel efficiency, so this is not some bottom-of-the-barrel tire. It's a tire that passed the relevant certifications. I'll drop a direct link in the video description so you can compare prices before you even walk into a shop. Number 2. Kumho. Kumho carries a reputation that isn't really deserved. The issue is that a lot of base model cars roll off the assembly line wearing Kumho tires, and when those tires wear out fast or get noisy, the driver blames the brand. But OEM tires are built to meet the automaker's cost target, not the technical spec that Kumho sells in the replacement market. Judging Kumho by the tire that came stock on your base model Chevy Malibu is like judging a steakhouse by the free bread they put on the table. The product on the shelf is a completely different story. Kumho was founded in South Korea in 1960 and today is the 9th largest tire manufacturer on the planet. It is an original equipment supplier for BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Audi. German automakers don't slap random rubber on a $90,000 car. The Kumho Extra line, aimed at handling and performance, delivers real grip well below the price of a Michelin. In 2024, the brand finished near the top in European summer tire tests run by ADAC and AutoBuild, 2 organizations that regularly test much more expensive brands. You're buying the engineering that earned a contract with BMW, without paying the premium badge price. Kumho is one of the most widely distributed brands in the country. You'll find it at Discount Tire, America's Tire, Tire Rack, and plenty of regional shops. I'll also drop a link in the description. Before we keep going, a quick word on how this channel works. No tire company pays us. No contracts, no sponsorships. Every brand here earned its spot by surviving the same 4 tests. If that means something to you, go ahead and subscribe. Those 4 tests turn you from a driver who's just guessing into a buyer who flat out cannot be taken advantage of. The first is the tread wear rating, that number printed on the sidewall of the tire. Around 300 is a balanced tire for everyday use. Above 500 means longer tread life. A cheap tire with a low rating, down around 200, is going to wear out fast no matter what the salesman tells you. The second is the load and speed rating, the letter and number that follow the tire size. The load index needs to be equal to or higher than what's listed on the sticker inside your driver's door jamb. A tire with a load index below the recommended spec isn't saving you money. It's a safety issue. The third is finding out who actually makes the tire. A brand controlled by Hankook, Continental, or Goodyear means you're getting big group technology at a second-tier price. A brand with no identifiable parent company and no known manufacturing facility deserves some serious skepticism. The fourth is the date code. Look for the DOT marking on the sidewall and check the last 4 digits, which tell you the week and year of manufacture. A tire that's been sitting in a warehouse for more than 3 years has already aged on the shelf. Rubber degrades over time, even if the tire has never rolled a single mile. Run those 4 checks, and the gap between a premium tire and a smart budget tire practically disappears. Back to the list. Number 3. General Tire. General Tire gets treated like that forgettable brand sitting in the middle of the shelf. The one you grab when there's nothing else available. What the shelf doesn't tell you is that General belongs to Continental, the German giant and one of the largest tire manufacturers in the world. General Tire was founded right here in the United States in 1915. Continental acquired the brand in the 1980s and positioned it as the step below the premium line, using what the industry itself calls second-generation Continental technology. Not inferior technology, but technology that's already been tested and proven in Continental's premium tires, which then filters down to General a few years later, once the development costs have been recovered. The proof is in the price-to-performance ratio. The General Alt IMAX, for example, carries a strong mileage warranty and consistently shows up as a best value pick in owner reviews. Set it next to the Continental Pure Contact, which shares the same project lineage. The difference can reach 15% per tire, and that gap gets bigger in larger sizes. Guys who know tires by General and tell their buddies they're running Continental technology, because they genuinely are. And here's an important bonus. General Tire has a strong presence across the U.S., with an authorized dealer network spread throughout the country and a product lineup built for the American market, including the Alt IMAX line for everyday highway and city driving, and the Grabber line for guys with trucks and SUVs who need something more aggressive. It's one of the easiest brands on this list to find. The link will also be in the description. Number 4. Cooper. Cooper is the brand your dad trusted, and that most younger drivers have completely forgotten about, even though it's one of the best value options in the market right now. Cooper was founded in 1914 right here in the United States and spent over 100 years building tires at a fair price. Then, in 2021, Goodyear acquired Cooper for around $2.5 billion. That's the detail almost nobody connects. Cooper is now part of the Goodyear family, one of the big 3 American tire companies alongside Michelin and Bridgestone. But Goodyear kept Cooper as its own value brand instead of just retiring the name. The result is a tire backed by Goodyear's scale and manufacturing capability, still priced like an independent brand. The direct comparison says it all. Across the full lineup, Cooper runs between 15 and 25% below Goodyear on comparable performance. Same owner, same large group infrastructure, less cash out of your wallet at the counter. This is the tire the guy who owns the shop puts on his own truck. In the US, Cooper tires are widely available at major retailers like Discount Tire, Walmart Auto Center, and online at Tire Rack. Availability is solid nationwide, though it's always worth checking online first to confirm sizing before you make the trip. That's exactly why I'll drop the Tire Rack link in the description, so you can check fitment and price from your couch. Number 5. Sailun. This one's different, and I'm going to be straight with you, because that honesty is exactly what separates a smart buy from a mistake. Sailun doesn't have Michelin or Continental behind it. It's an independent manufacturer with just over 20 years in the business, and it openly positions itself as a value brand instead of pretending to compete at the top. That lack of history is real. You'll find accounts of certain models wearing faster than expected or getting noisy toward the end of their life. That happens, and that is exactly the trade-off you're making. But what also happened is that Sailun spent 2 decades investing in research and in modern compounds, and it prices its tires at around 2/3 the cost of an equivalent premium tire, delivering performance that surprises people who were expecting junk. The Sailun Atrezzo Touring line starts around $65 per tire, with a meaningful mileage warranty for a product priced well below half of a comparable premium. The Terramax line, aimed at trucks and SUVs, has a loyal following of guys who expected to regret the purchase and ended up happy with the traction. In the US, Sailun has an official presence and solid distribution, covering passenger cars, light trucks, SUVs, and commercial vehicles. You'll find them on Amazon, Tire Rack, and at various regional shops. And just like the others, the link will be in the video description to make it easy for you. Sailun is the right call when you've run the 4 checks, you understand what you're buying, and you've decided you'd rather replace a $65 tire a little sooner than hand over $180 for a famous name. That's a smart decision, not a desperate one. If you made it this far, you now know what 9 out of 10 drivers in this country don't know when they walk into a tire shop. All the links for the brands featured here are in the video description, straight to Tire Rack and Amazon, so you can compare prices and sizes before you ever leave the house. Hit that like button if this content was worth your time, share it with somebody who's got a tire change coming up, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. See you then.